Hello, thank you so much for being here and thank you for giving your time. My name is Vinamra and my charter is to work with the northeast states of India, provide the technology and help them solve the challenges that we talked the entire morning today. The good thing is, coincidentally, the use cases that we are going to talk about today actually resonate with what we spoke and the dignitaries spoke in the morning. The first, just a glimpse is, when we think Google, there are many applications that we use in our personal life. But when we talk about the government, there is a lot that government can do leveraging Google technology. Uh, when we say AI is in our DNA, it comes into multiple pillars, which means the number of research, the citations, and the innovations that we have done is in thousands and millions, which are published for various, I would say, open source environment to consume. The second is accessibility to AI models, which means we are trying to solve problem with video, audio, text, content, language, speech, etc. So the model availability on a single platform with security is available, which means Gemini, Palm, Imagine, Lambda, etc. So these are all Google models, and of course we also support the third party and open source model. The third is, as the cloud technology, we believe the open source is the key. We support open source and multi-cloud environment to solve a problem. It is not some kind of a lock-in, but we support and we provide managed services for that. The fourth is more from the Google ecosystem which we have been using. So these are the applications which in the morning Lokesh talked about, have planetary scale use where each of them have at least 2 billion users monthly average access. And the last, of course, is the infrastructure piece, which is incidental. We will jump into the use cases. So what we have done, we have identified 3-4 use cases which we have already solved with a couple of states in India across disaster, agri, citizen service, healthcare, education, tourism, etc. And I will take you through those. The first one is disaster management. So when we talk about one Google, we are bringing the power of AI, the power of Google Earth Engine, and also the data sets that the state would have with respect to the land parcel. So that is where the geospatial analytics come together and solve a lot of problem in terms of fire, wildfire, or identification of objects, and these kind of things. Beyond that, we understand, we talked about that there are connectivity issues in the state right now, and of course, those are going to get solved. But we have also an offering which is around the edge analytics, which means we have built the data center, which is a mobile data center like a small suitcase, which you can carry to any of the remote places where you would like to do analytics, where let's say currently the internet availability is not there. As soon as this system comes back to the environment which has internet connectivity, it operates in sync with the larger data center that you have. So from the technical perspective, this is one of the recent launches we thought will make sense for the government. Moving on from disaster to agriculture, there is a complete agri stack which we have built in tandem along with our partners. So this is the entire AI-led farmer journey from seed to market. Government of India is promoting direct farm to market initiatives along with ONDC, etc. So we have built the entire value chain starting from farmer and how it will move across the chain and land to the buyer. Similarly, using the power of Earth Engine, we can help state assess the potential revenue from the agriculture land parcel that we have. Again, the Google Earth Engine can help identify the land parcels that we have. It can help identify the crop that is grown, and based on the statistics and analytics, it can help understand the landscape better. A similar add-on use case, AI-enabled agriculture monitoring platform beyond just identifying the crop and as well. We talked in the morning today about helping farmers with digital literacy. Once the farmers are digitally literate, there is an application that they can use to identify the crop, to put the right manure, to identify the issues or the diseases with the crop, and maintain the entire life cycle of the crop. So there are data sets available with respective crop to an easy situation that farmer can even talk over a voice in the native language. Sorry, the slide is not here, but I can see the slides down. Can you check? Yes, it is back. So we have named the application as Kisan Dost. It is actually a friend where a farmer can either talk in the native language, no need to type as text, as well as the farmer can take a screenshot of a crop and take all the help needed to support that crop growth. Moving on to citizen services, the very first use case, I think again talked about the dignitaries, was There are many websites that we have. How do we make it easier for the citizen to access the government services? There could be 30, 40, 50, and 100. So what we have done, we have built a single go-to place which can be accessed by citizens in a native language over voice or text. It can also be supported through WhatsApp, where citizen has to just speak in the normal language, and the relevant services which they are looking for, either looking for a license creation or looking for any kind of taxation forms, everything is available right at the fingertips of the citizen. It can also integrate and collaborate with all the websites in the backend, which means the work which has been done by the state, this system will already work as a front end to all those websites which have been built. So making the overall governance easy. When we talk of governance, grievance becomes a very important part of it. Classification of grievances. So today, across the states, what we have learned is that grievance classification becomes a challenge, because as a citizen, if I am putting a query, sometimes it may not land in the right department, or there is a timeline to it by when it will land to the right department. So the AI-enabled grievance classification based on the text or the question or the query that citizen provides, it will understand the category of the grievance, and it will land to the right team and the department for addressing the grievance. Conversational AI, I think this would be one of the favorite for the officials. There's a lot of data, lot of documentation, scanned documentation, searchable, non-searchable, images, audio, video, text available in the environment today, or during the course of digitizations, these will be created. But how do we make it easy for the government officials to search for an information which could be a decade old? So there is a technology that we have built called Google Agent Space. It is basically an agentic AI framework where you can build agent, let's say for law department, agent for revenue, agent for agri, based on the data sets, and further it can drill down. All the access is within the control of the officials. All the documents still remain where your documents resides today. This system becomes the front end, AI powered, which means there could be hundreds of pages of documents scattered haywire, but if there is a query that official asks, AI will understand the query, understand the context, and bring the response in a very summarized way. It's very easy to even summarize, let's say, last 10 years of guidelines in a 2 or 3 minutes of a podcast. So that's the power of agent AI that can bring it to the state. This is more for the people empowerment platform. So there will be a single application or a single point of contact for all the citizens, where the government can push the guidelines to the citizens in terms of various schemes that are launched by the center or state. So this basically becomes the Meri Pehchan for the citizens. Moving on, this is one of a use case more internally for the department. Basically what we are trying to solve, again, as many documents as you may have, AI will actually understand all the documentation, summarize it, and give you an outcome based on what the needed. This use case is specifically for evaluating the tenders. There are thousands or lakhs of tenders which are rolled out. How can we help officials make the tender evaluation more seamless, reduce the time of overall procurement? Very important, AI for policing. We talked about predictive policing. We talked about policing through video analytics. There are AI models which we have deployed in some of the states, where with the existing cameras and the video feeds that are available, the AI can actually identify the object, identify the violations, identify the offense, and give a real-time notification to the department. Accordingly, it can be then processed. So these are the models which have been deployed, built, and of course, we have live demos of it, of most of them. Considering the time, of course, we are taking through only the use cases that we have solved. Human-animal conflict, very sensitive topic for the regions and the forest where the human and the animal habitat is very close to each other. That is where we have built edge analytics, where our AI model will actually be able to identify the animal. For example, what we have done is for the forest, for the tigers, with the stripes of the tiger and the color of the tiger, we'll be able to identify even the name of the tiger. Which means as soon as the tiger comes towards the habitat or the natural habitat of humans, there will be a notification that goes to the forest department and they can take a precautionary measure. This has saved many lives. Of course, this becomes a very key part in preserving the animals as well as protecting the humans. Healthcare, again, for the villages, for the remote areas, there are various programs that state governments have. Asha workers. So there is an AI assistant for Asha workers, which means there is a technical knowledge inside the AI model which will assist the Asha workers in helping the citizens with the healthcare facilities. Similarly, we have built a model for doctors as well as Asha workers. All the systems are built, they are trained. We have to put the relevant state-specific data, space-specific citizens information so that all these systems can locally work. Again, tele-rehabilitation. So this is a video-based, so we don't have a video right now, but yeah, we can have a separate discussion where the picture you are seeing, basically the movement of the lady here is detected by the AI, and based on that, the real-time live physiotherapy is provided remotely. So these kind of facilities are very well available in India now. A tele-ICU, again, cloud-based tele-ICU platform. This is already working in 4 to 5 states. Some of the states are already Northeast. This is again provided by our partners, the ICU facility. We are now expanding from ICU to entire hospital management, and that's the phase 2 of the journey. Coming to education, there is a larger vision that Google has, Google for Education, but primarily very specific to what we are solving on AI. There are AI assistants for students. So after the digital classroom, when they go back to home, there is still a lot of content, lot of queries and education, collaboration students have to do with their peers. It could be at any class level. That is where we are providing AI assistant, where the content that school provides or the state education board provides can be seeded into the AI model, and student can ask queries and get responses around it. Similarly, AI models for teachers, faculties, etc. This is a larger platform, Google Workspace for Education, more for collaboration between amongst the students and faculties, where examinations, applications, documents, presentation, reports, research based on the level of the classroom, those can be achieved. The last one, tourism, my favorite. We have been able to build a platform which is basically help a traveler from dream to plan to actually travel. So if I have to search, right now I search on Google that what was the best place to go in Mizoram, that's what I searched for before coming here. But if there is an application which is native to the state, how can we help actually personalize this entire experience of the traveler? Not even just giving the information, but also helping traveler to actually book tickets of let's say tourist spots, or let's say cab or the government transport. This is the entire life cycle that we have prepared as Jannat Ki Sair. Mizoram is very beautiful. I landed, and this is, I think, the best that we could do in making my travel plan easier the next time I visit. So that is the vision about Incredible Mizoram. So when we say tourism, tourism means not only limited to what the state provides, but beyond all the facilities which are available locally, we all can be integrated. That's all from my side. The idea was to give the use cases across departments, because if we are trying to solve a problem, of course, technology becomes incidental. And the good thing is, all of these use cases which we have shown today, these have been deployed somewhere. We will be happy to engage through a pilot or some kind of a test where we can leverage your environment and deploy that. Thank you so much again for your time. I may have sounded very fast, but that was the only time limit. Thank you so much.